level-headed. Think fast.
When I was growing up, the Spider-Man cartoon of the mid-1990s was the definitive version of Spidey for me and my friends. The series also had an epic ending, where Spider-Men from all over time and space were brought together by the mystical Madam Web to quell a threat that was too much for just one Spidey. Keeping that in mind, I present to you Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions for the Xbox 360. Hey there everyone, this is Ray Carcillo with Classic Game Room, and before I go any farther, thank you Activision for not making another symbiote storyline. Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, written by acclaimed comic book writer Dan Slott, is very different from that mid-1990s cartoon ending, but it does involve Madam Web once again bringing together Spider-Man from across time and space to quell a threat. But this is one that the Spider-Man of our dimension, the Amazing Spider-Man, brought about. It begins brilliantly with narration by the godfather of comic books, Stan Lee, and old fishbowl head Mysterio breaking into one of New York's many museums where the newly acquired Tablet of Order and Chaos is on display. Mysterio, hoping to sell it on the black market for a hefty profit, does not realize the power of the tablet until our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man interferes, and in the ensuing battle, the tablet shatters. After the tablet is smashed, Mysterio collects one of the fragments, and the chaos of the battle seems to have awakened the latent mysticism surrounding the item, giving Mysterio the power to wield actual magic and create living illusions. Before Spidey can pursue the fleeing villain, Madam Web teleports into her quarters and explains the terror he has unleashed not just on his world, but throughout time, as other fragments of the tablet have actually shifted to other worlds. And thus Spidey is tasked, along with Spider-Man 2099, Ultimate Spider-Man, and Spider-Man Noir, to find these fragments and bring the tablet back together to save the very fabric of all reality.
Lights out.
Including a tutorial, the game spans across 14 chapters, where you'll get to play as each of the four Spideys evenly, and utilize each of their special abilities that their respective worlds will push to the limits. Also, in order to help give the Spiders a fighting chance, Madam Web has given them all enhanced and modified powers, including a more powerful Spider Sense that can lay out enemy and item location for them. Included with this, Madam Web has also quelled the rage and hunger of Ultimate Spider-Man's black suit, increased the web-spinning abilities of Spider-Man Noir, and given Spider-Man 2099 Spider Sense, period. Along with these new and enhanced powers, there are also specialties for each Spidey. Amazing Spider-Man has better web-slinging abilities and incorporates them into his combos, giving him much better range. Ultimate Spider-Man can channel the rage of the symbiote, and then unleash it for short periods of time where his attack damage is doubled and the damage he receives is cut in half. Spidey 2099 has accelerated vision that allows him to slow time some and move and attack faster than before. And finally, Noir has the ability to blend into the shadows and stealthily move around his levels, striking in a series of one-hit knockouts before his enemies even know what hit them. Of course, on top of all these new and enhanced powers, there are also all the classic moves for all the Spider-Men, like aptly dodging bullets, wall crawling, web slinging, and zipping around levels, and stringing together powerful combos with your fists, feet, and webs. This unfortunately though brings up my only real negative about Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions. The camera sometimes would get a little confused and move around too much, making it harder to see where Spidey is web-slinging to and where you're crawling onto on walls. Not to mention that the ceiling for many levels is very low, and this prevents you from web-zipping or slinging as much as you would like to, and helps deter you from exploring, giving the levels a more linear feel. Aside from this, the cel-shaded graphics are absolutely gorgeous, and the diversity of the look of each level, from the heavy blacks and sepia tones of the noir world, to the neon-riddled world of 2099, to the more traditional comic book-inspired world of Amazing Spider-Man, makes you want to play through each level to see what new surprise you're getting into next. Along with a great look, The game sounds absolutely amazing.
Anywhere. I can control any sand I see now. Any sand at all.
Yeah? You could make a killing in the landscaping business.
I'll make a killing, all right.
The music is rather generic, but everyone who has played the voice of Spidey over the past 25 years returns to take on a wall crawler in this game. Another great part about Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions, aside from the great story and amazing feel to the game, is there is actually some replay value. Alternate costumes can be unlocked, as well as a variety of new moves and abilities by completing 15 unique challenges per level. It's always been hard to put a traditional multiplayer into a Spider-Man game, but these challenges will probably get you to replay the game a bit more once you get through the 10 to 15 hour campaign. When all is said and done, Spider-Man Shattered Dimensions is on the short list of greatest Spider-Man games ever. Simple as that. I'm not ready to put this above Spider-Man 2 or Spider-Man for the N64 or PS1 yet, but it's in the discussion, and is a must-have for even the most casual of Spidey fans.
Hey, big guy! Drinks are on me!
The water! It's taking me apart!
You seem shocked.